Now we're going to bring this long edge to the center so we can collapse and then do more diagonal pre-creasing. So turn the paper, then bring the edge to the center. You don't have to crease in the beginning, but it doesn't matter if you do. You can leave that folded, turn it around to fold in the other edge. Once you've folded in both edges, let's open up just a bit where you have these diagonal creases you prepared before. You can open them up basically 2 small squares up, like so, and then push the paper in on that crease. So you get a rabbit here. You can see that this is sticking up, and then you can fold it up, like so. And this is your rabbit ear. And the other one too. So now you have the head section. This is going to be the nose, these are the horns, and right here we're going to form the eyes. Now for the remaining pre-creasing. You can see that these horns stop here, right where you have a crease. Just fold that back, it's going to make life easier. Now take this lower edge and crease it up diagonally. Unfold again, and then bring the top edge down. Unfold that again, and you can see you have got the diagonals of a square. Let's unfold this previous one and fold both back, just for orientation. So this is then the end edge. Now you have a square right there, and we want to mark the middle. So we're going to take this edge and fold it to the 3rd crease you can see there. So just fold it to the 3rd one, okay? So if we unfold this again, you can see you've got a marking here for the middle. Now what we want to do is make a crease that goes from this point, right to that point. This is where the previous square ends, and that's the middle. So just make a crease there, and we do that by bringing this edge up to the center, like so. So you can see I'm putting my thumb here so I don't go too far, and then I crease up, and then just make a crease there, and do the same thing on the other side. So now you've created these 2 creases. Next we can just do a normal diagonal for the next square. So put the paper down, take this edge and align it with that crease you did before that halved the next square. On the one side and the other side too. Unfold that again. And now you can see you have marked another square with its diagonals. Now you can see that the square stops where no crease is, so we're going to create that crease now. For that, just use the 2 mountain folds that are next to where the diagonal stops. So just really make those mountain folds, and then just bring them together. So you can see I'm just pushing them together so they align, and then make a crease there. And then you can see you have marked where the square ends. Now finally you can see we've kind of got a diamond shape here and half a diamond here. So we're going to complete this diamond now. So we're going to make a crease that starts in this point and goes all the way to that point. And we do this as before, just by taking the edge and folding it along that crease we just created. And we crease only to the middle, you don't need any more. Unfold and do the same thing on the other side. And then you can see you have two full diamonds right here. And we have to do another two of those full diamonds with the exact same method but at a different position. So you can see that this diamond ends exactly at this position. And now you're going to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of these eighths that you folded in the beginning, and then you're going to form another 2 diamonds, okay? So if you've got this position, right, maybe make a sharper crease here so you know really where the position is, and then you start. So first you have to do this diagonal, and for that we first marked the halfway. So take this mountain fold that you did for orientation and bring it to 1, 2, 3 creases farther. Bring it together and then crease. Unfolding again, you can see that you've created that mark. And now you have to make a diagonal crease right here. For that, as before, bring the paper up and crease on one side and on the other. Just bring the paper up. You can see I'm taking my thumb here and pushing on the crease from the back so that this mountain fold reinforces. And on the other side I've got my fingers here, which are kind of guaranteeing that I don't push really much further than the middle. Just pushing this in and then creasing. So then you've got a first half diamond created, and then you can do a normal diagonal again, just along that crease in the middle. Once you've got these 2 diagonals, you can again find the 2 creases that are next to the end of those diagonals and crease them together. Unfolding that, you only have to finish the final diamond. Take the edge and crease to that crease you just created, just up to the middle on one side and the other side too. So you can see you created another 2 diamonds, and each of these pairs of diamonds are a pair of legs. But first we're going to work on the head section. So for this we have to do 2 more small pre-creasings, diagonal pre-creasings, and you can see right here that you have diagonals. And right here, that's basically half a diamond, right? So what we want to do is we want to make creases that are another half a diamond right next to these creases. That means that instead of half diamond stopping here, it's going to stop right there. So those are going to be 1/16 apart, and each of these creases is 1/8 apart. Okay, so you're going to put the paper down